Doing this um, for the collective. This is a collective energy. What's up, everybody? Um, so I'm gonna just share this message. I'm gonna do um, I'm going to do this on both Instagram Live and on YouTube Live. So um, I'm gonna be shuffling the cards and stuff like that. You guys won't be able to see the camera. I'm not dressed. Let's just put it that way. I'm chilling right now. And I'm in my kitchen. I'm on the kitchen table. So I don't have like, a little cute setup or nothing like that. So I just wanted to do this reading because I was about to pull some cards for myself, but I wanted to do a collective reading as well. Um, so yeah, with everything going on right now today, this energy may seem very, very heavy. I'm wondering because on top of that, we're like this Mercury retrograde energy. On top of that, Saturn energy deals with a lot of karmic energy, a lot of shadow energy. Um, so I'm really wondering like if if it's something going on in the cosmos right now that's like fucking with everybody. So I know for me, attacks after attack after attack, and all that is really is just to help us get grounded within ourselves. It's just helping us get stable and grounded within ourselves, to make some changes, to evaluate some things within ourselves. Whether we decide to do the work or not, that's up to the person. So I wanted to share this message with my soul tribe, the collective of my soul tribe. I cannot speak for everybody else. On my channel, you guys, on my Instagram, wherever you're watching, I'm not playing any games with anybody. I'm not tolerating no more disrespect. Like, I feel like I've been very lenient. A lot of people have been nothing but kind to me, but of course you're going to have people that don't like you, and that's okay. You can say what you want about me. You could call me rude. You could say I'm this, I'm that. I don't give a fuck. I do this as a service to help people, but it's a calling. It's not something that I just chose to come on YouTube or on Instagram and just be a reader and just share message with you guys, because it's not coming from me. Like, it's not coming from me personally. I'm channeling divine spirit. So either way it goes, yeah, sometimes the truth doesn't taste good and it doesn't feel good. And I take accountability for my shit. Like, yeah, I could be on some bullshit, but I always want to, what's up, Elani Gang Gang? I want to take account, like, I know I have to take accountability and responsibility when I'm tapping into people's energies, when I'm working with people, because I'm reading into your situations in your lives. I don't take this seriously. um I don't take this type of stuff for as play and just, oh, I'm just making money. Like, I know the karma that comes with that. That was never it for me. I only came on YouTube and came in this whole reader thing because I was called to do it. It wasn't something that I felt comfortable with. I was shy. I didn't want to do this shit. But I love to help people in this light because that's my calling. It's not just pulling some cards. Like, I do when I'm led. It's not about my ego. Although, um, although I can be in my ego as a human being, yes. But when I'm doing readings, I always pray, like, remove me from my readings. I don't want to be in it. I don't want to channel anything that's not coming from divine source or coming from people's spirit guides or ancestors that have their best interests. I don't want to do that. So if you have a problem with me and my readings and what I do not fuck with me. Like, don't come on my channel. It's as simple as that. Like, I'm not here to sugarcoat things. I'm not here to appease people's ego. I'm not for everybody. I'm not everybody reader. Like, that's not what it is. If you're a part of, my soul tribe, I'm a part of yours, then you get it. We get it. So I'm going to go ahead and tap into the collective energies. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Like, it just wasn't that one person, that one lady. Like, I'm sure you guys seen the post or whatever. It's not just her. It was a couple of other stuff, and it was like madness, like coming out of nowhere, like random shit coming out of nowhere. But I know what the lesson is. I know what I'm supposed to take out of it. What it's teaching me. That's the whole purpose of it. So yeah, because the thing, like, I'm not a person that wants to maliciously just attack people or come at somebody and make them feel some type of way. And it's not always easy to deliver messages that are not comfortable. Like, the possibility of hurting somebody or triggering something within someone is not easy to express. But I know that if I don't say it, that's like bad on my part. Like, I didn't tell you something that spirit told me to tell you, regardless of how I feel. I'm like, oh, I don't want to say that. Oh, well, I have to. You know, it's not just some game like, oh, I'm just going to pull some cards for you guys and make you feel good, or let's do a pick a card reading for fun, blah blah blah. Like, I'll do that every now and then. That's cool to do every now and then, to have fun and do little, stuff like that. And, the little sexy readings and stuff. It's fun, of course. But even with that, I'm really tapping into energy. It's not just me playing with some cards, like I said. So if I say something that you don't like, it is what it is. Like, it is what it is. If I have to do my shadow work and I have to face my fuckery, why don't you? It's not easy. It's a choice, though. We have a choice if we want to heal, if we want to face our shadows, we want to, handle our shit. That's up. It's a choice. It's a free will choice of yours. Like, it's a free will choice. You don't have to, but I choose to face mine. Like, I'm not perfect. That's not the thing. Like, I'm not perfect just because I do card readings. I'm not this divine, like, this religious figure to, like, look up to and, oh, I'm fucking Messiah or something. Like, no, I'm also a servant to a higher calling, a higher power. Yes, I feel not that I'm any less or weak, because I'm a goddess in my own energy, in my own right, as we all are. But what we do with that energy, it is what it is. It's up to us how we channel our godlyhood, whether we want to be assholes or we choose to be integrity. Yeah, I see why some people tap out of doing readings. I see why people don't want to do this shit anymore. It's a lot of accountability. It's a lot of accountability that goes into this. Because not everybody's going to like what you do. Just like not everybody's going to go to Burger King and be like, oh, I like the burger. Some people might take it back and be like, I don't like this shit. I want my money back. But I know that if this is something that I love to do and it's a part of me and I like to help people, and even if I try to run from it, I'm going to still channel messages regardless. You have to do it. It is what it is. Like, yeah, and I'm gonna say this, and you might sound like, oh, that's fucked up. Why'd you say that? But I feel like some people that come on YouTube to do readings or become readers and stuff, it's not a true calling. Like, it might be something that's fun for people, a hobby or something, or for other reasons, like just to be a part of the gang or whatever. And there's real people, like real readers, that are called to do this. Like, they're called oracles and messengers of the divine for the collective. I believe that. So this isn't no shit to play with. It's really not. It's really not nothing to play with. So with that being said, you guys saw all the fuckery and all the madness. Just as a heads up, don't fuck with me. I'm telling you. And it's not even just don't fuck with me because, oh, I'm just, no. Like, if I'm doing a service and I'm helping people and you're sending negative energy towards me, you're fucking yourself, because you're not really fucking with me. You're fucking with a higher power. It's not me. I'm just one of the people that are assigned to help. And you over here trying to, like, come at somebody. Like, for future references. Like, it's not me you fucking with. You fucking with something else, like something above me. Not me. Shit. So much love to you guys, though. I'm going to tap into this collective energy. Like I said, it's heavy. And we're just going to woosah for a second and just breathe. We're going to breathe, okay? Y'all going to learn to stop coming at me. I'm telling you. You're going to learn. It's not just words and like, oh, like, no. Stop playing. It's not a game. I'm not playing. Spirit's not playing. Stop fucking with me. If I didn't do nothing to you and you throwing rocks at me, oh, bitch. Alright. Spirit, remove me out of this reading. I ask for nothing but love, light, truth, and clarity. I tap into the divine spirit of all good things, love, true, and divine. I ask for divine protection to surround me now during the time of this reading. Double protection on each side of me, behind and above me. I call of the legion of the Most High God, spiritual divine protectors to surround me and my collective tribe as well. Send them love, send them healing energy, send them inner strength. Archangel Raphael, I ask you to come in and clear out any energies in the solar plexus and the heart chakra and the crown chakra. Thank you. Any energies that do not serve us, remove those energies now. High Council, Divine Beings, Ancestors, I call to you for your assistance and your help. Those that have the best interest and heart of the collective and our divine path. Thank you. The Ace of Wands came out. The Wheel of Fortune. You want to know why the attacks are so great? Spirit says, when you're moving, notice this. Thank you, MK. When you just cleared something or you just made peace with something, when you chose yourself or anything you do that puts you in a place of like integrity or self-love or doing something to like shift things in a positive way, you're going to get attacked. That is what it is, whether it's in your own home, whether it's at your job, whether it's a thought of something that happened to you in your past, or you see something on social media, or somebody says something to you. No matter what that is, like, know that is like, that means you're on your right path. Like, people say, like, the modern way to say it is like, if you don't have haters and you're not doing nothing. In a sense, yeah, it kind of aligns with that. That's pretty much what it's saying. So anytime that you are doing something to better yourself, especially bettering people around you, people that are in their shadow don't want to see that shit. And it's not so much because they don't like you. Their energies or their spirits don't like what they don't like the light. They don't like to also see the light shed on their shadow. Like, who does? Like, I know like when I get in my ego and I have to feel into something that doesn't feel good, like, of course you don't want to deal with it. You don't want to address it at first. It's not fun. But the thing is, though, is like, if you know and you really truly want to heal and you want to better yourself, or it's, you know that there's much more outside of you and you feel called to get out of your fucking way and out of your ego, you'll follow through with that, even no matter how hard it is. That's what the shadow is. That's what the shadow is. What is that Bible scripture? I always forget it. I gotta find it. Though I've walked through the valley of shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, or something like that. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna walk through the shadows of this. I gotta go through my ego. It's not easy, but I shall fear no evil. I should not fear this shit. This shit is temporary, and that's okay. Not everybody can come. Not everybody wants to. That's okay. But you can't be dragged down by it. And the attacks are going to come. Certain attacks will come until you get it. Until you get it. Mine is standing in my power. I get gaslighted a lot. I share my stuff because I feel like it helps people, and I use it as an example so you know that it's a real testimony and I'm not just coming up with scenarios just out of my ass. So my biggest thing was standing in my power. So I would have people that would test me. They would push me down, say things. Another thing too is like say things about you, project things onto you. Oh, you're a bad person. Oh, you're mean. Oh, you're wrong. You shouldn't do that. Like stuff like that to make you go, oh, well, maybe I am being a bad person. So you back down and sit down. That was something that triggered my inner child too, because as a child, I also at the same time was gaslighted a lot not to speak my truth. It was something that a family member did to me and my siblings a lot when we were little. Like we couldn't speak up for ourselves. Yeah, I'm on both platforms, YouTube and Instagram. Hello. Yeah. So that's the test. That was the lesson. That's the test. It's like, okay, you know, are you gonna stand in your power or are you gonna back down? And the fear of look like being called mean and stupid. Like I noticed the attacks. Like you gotta be ahead of the game. Like I'll use the last two attacks that I had recently. The lady with the cards where she was calling me a bitch and telling me I need to go back to work. You needed the same message, the same tactic as the other lady. You need to give up readings then. You stupid, you're a bitch. That triggered things within me as a child because I was called a dumb blonde. Some man that wanted to be with me when I was younger, I didn't want to be with him. I was already with someone, so he was an asshole. He told me I had no purpose. I'm the only one in the room that didn't have a purpose. Everybody else has a spiritual purpose, but me, I'm gonna suffer. Just speaking curses over my life. So you have to notice the tactics. Like the message is similar. People are gonna say the same fucking shit to you to trigger you. Like flip burgers. Really, bitch? Yeah, I could flip some burgers. I did that. I did that back in the day. I flipped burgers. I folded clothes. I did everything. And I could do this in my sleep too, bitch. I could do all of that. All three in my sleep. I can bag groceries too. If I have to. Humbly, if I had to. If that's what spirit leads me to. That's not a problem. That's not really an insult. And that just shows her character. Go flip some burgers. That some people have to. Some people, that's their only choice. Some people have to bag bags. Maybe that's the only job that they can get. Maybe that was their first job. But I could do this shit in my sleep and I could read you without cards too. So, that was me speaking. But y'all know. You already know. You have to learn the tactics. The Ace of Wands to me, that's like a divine spark. The Wheel of Fortune, that's a karmic cycle. That's a karmic cycle. You could be up and then you could be down. You could be up 1 minute and you could be down. But the thing is, like, this energy is shifting. There's a shift. So if you're feeling all this heavy weight, it's the opposite. Like it looks like when you're in the low, like when you're in the valley in the thick of the energy, it looks like you're low. Until you continue to move through the shadows, you'll start to see the light. That's what's happening. Like this is the shadow period. It looks dark right now. He worked at Wendy's. I worked at Sonic like a few times. That was my first job, by the way. But you're in the process of a shift. Another example of that too, like it feels like you're losing, like everything is wrong, but like if you flip it and you look at it from a higher perspective, what spirit is doing is actually removing and dismantling things that don't serve you so that you can be pushed ahead, like so you can move forward. It's not easy, but it's a part of the cycle. We all go through it. We all, I should say, grow through it because it's a process of growing and growth. Aces, as you guys know, those are beginnings. You guys really can't see, but this represents new beginnings. And you got the Wheel, which is number 10. That's the end of a cycle. But I also see 10 as 1 as well, because I take 0 as like a nothingness number. You could form it to whatever. so you could form the energy and create it. It's a chaos number to me. The one that represents enlightenment. So when we go through certain cycles in life, even when we're on the up, we learn lessons. And sometimes we have to grow through the bad cycle. So when we get to the up, we know how to appreciate it. It's a blessing, I feel. That's what this energy is. The card says a gift of passion, opportunity, and inspiration. The chance to do something amazing, a sense of wonder. I guess we can't cuss. Oh, yeah, I have certain cuss words blocked out. No beginnings, end of delays, a change in direction that offers happiness. So yeah, like this is the energy. Like you would think that I would pull like the devil card or the death card or something. I wouldn't be surprised if the death card does come out because it's kind of like the energy around it. But you got to move in your light. This angel right here, he has like you can't really see it, but it's like a pink kind of purple like aura around his halo. It's kind of dark because I'm in the kitchen. I feel like this represents like self-love. So even though like you go through attacks like and things like that, you're going to honor yourself. And that doesn't mean selfishness, of course. It's honoring yourself and your truth. Like if you don't stand in your power, who's to say like someone around you isn't struggling with the same shadows that you struggle with? So by you standing in your power, you help that person elevate as well. You help that person stand in their truth and in their power in their own way as well. When you don't do that, you do a disservice to not only yourself but other people. Like that's what I mean by accountability. Like to the average person, my delivery could come across as harsh or, oh, she's not spiritual because she talks like this. But you got to go and like remove your ego to see things. And that's what I'm learning too. Like I watch certain people that other people would shun out because they're looking at what they think spirituality is supposed to be. And I feel like that's another thing too about the veil, that this 3D reality is based off of the fleshly things and what it looks like. And we've been taught and brainwashed into believing how things should be. So when you see something that goes against the grain, even if it's spitting some truth, like another example too, I posted a reader, his name is Boots Tarot. He reads celebrities and stuff like that. He is not what you would call your average reader. Like people are looking for Dorian Virtue type readers only. Not to say that those archetypes are wrong, but people only look at that. Or if you look at certain people have this perspective of you gotta even be like and shout out to her, Ashe to her, Miss Cleo, like it's a perception of what we have of spirituality. Thank you, Lucky Tarot. And I had a lady that commented, she was a reader herself. She commented like, what is this bullshit you sent me? Because I guess it goes through your notification in your inbox. So she's, whatever, she had it twisted. But she was like, what is this shit you inboxed me? I will not let you post this blasphemy on my page. And I was like, y'all so small-minded. Like, Boots be spitting some truth. I don't care what nobody say. Yeah, he might be a man that wears makeup and dresses and that's him. That's his path. Like, that's who he is. He's walking in his truth. He's being his authentic self, whether you agree with it or not. I look at the messenger. I don't look at the messenger themselves. I listen to the message. That's what I'm listening to. And if it resonates with me, it resonates with me. Whether you live a lifestyle that I don't agree with, if your message resonates with my soul and it speaks to me, I could care less what the fuck you do. And that's what people have issues with. Like, you guys are judging people, like the deliverers of the message. This person could have been a stripper. She could have been this, but she's spitting truth and you judging her because she was a stripper, or she could still be a stripper. I know some real spiritual people that are strippers, like, but it's your perception of people. Like, you gotta go through the message. And that's another thing too. That's another thing. So there's a shift that's happening. Like, we're being pushed out of our comfort zone. And it's not to say like you need to force feed yourself with things you don't believe in, but it's like not closing yourself off, not closing your energy off. You have the Four of Michael, which is the Four of Swords, insights that come from quiet meditation, the need for more sleep and time off, seek relief from stress. So yeah, this could be a day to like to just rest and unplug. I would suggest it, unless you feel led, to watch somebody on YouTube or listen to, right, right, Ilani, people that like, how are you going to take a message or a testimony from someone that don't have a story, that didn't grow through something? Like, people been through a lot, some dirt, like some really tough times. Like, if I told you some of the things that I've been through and some of the things that I did, like, if you looked at it on the surface, you'd probably be like, oh, well, she's like this and that. But the thing is I've accepted those things about myself. I learned from those things. I was wounded at the time. If I didn't grow through that, I wouldn't have a message for you for the most part. Of course, Spirit is going to speak through me, but Spirit uses me as well, too, to speak to people. So if I didn't have anything that I didn't grow through, how am I going to help y'all? Like, really? What person do you know, like a wise being or whatever you want to call them, or some preachers? Some preachers are truth, and some of them are just like pimps in the church, pimp cloaked as preachers. But people that really have a testimony, how would you learn or be able to discern what you are going through? Because if somebody else didn't go through it before you, or in another way. So, I also feel like too, in this like energy, it's important to go within. Like, try to stay off of social media unless you feel led to today, because it can be very triggering, or being around certain energies and certain people. Stay away from that energy for a little bit. Like right now, it might be good to sleep, especially if you guys receive downloads in your sleep, or just meditation, whether it's listening to music, whether it's writing, whether it's taking a walk. Like, take time out to rest. Like, rest can represent different things. Like, it's not just all sleep, but you might even be sleepy or tired as well. So it says insights. That's the thing that stood out to me. Yeah, the energy is like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I'm tired, I'm kind of sleepy, but I'm not, if that makes sense. Like, I'm tired, but I'm not. So just honor yourself, honor your body. This woman is wearing a brown dress, which to me represents grounding. She's in nature as well. I don't know if you guys can see, Instagram people. Can you guys see the cards? There you go. Going within. The world's, yep, end of a cycle. Look, with Archangel Michael, he also helps us with cord cutting. Like, he's also the divine protector. That's the thing too. I feel like, excuse me, this is a good day to cut cords. Like I said, Saturn rules Saturday, which deals with karmic energy. It also represents with time. So it says a very ending coming full circle, spiritual growth and insight. The word insight came out twice. So this is a good day to go within. Like, if you have the opportunity to, like, try your hardest to shut out distractions. Don't allow certain things to get to you. Quiet your mind, rest, sleep, whatever, pray, whatever you want to do, take a bath, take a shower, whatever. And like, sit with yourself and really meditate. And I also get writing too. Archangel Gabriel is also a messenger, the messenger of God. So I feel like it's a lot of channel. Like you can channel a lot. Whether you feel like, oh, I'm not enough, like spiritual enough to do that. I don't know, blah blah. No, you can. You can do it. You can do that. Just sit with yourself. Like wherever you connect with source, God, the universe, whatever you resonate, whatever term you resonate with, that higher power, it's gonna come to you. Yeah, dreams. That's another thing too. I don't know what happened. It keeps saying reconnecting. You just came from my YouTube. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the live. It's tripping. It could be my Wi-Fi. But let me know if you guys, Ilani said what happened. Is it still acting crazy? Yeah. It's trying to like detect.